All right, so how about Bryson?
Yeah, Bryson. I love Bryson.
Oh, he's the best.
I love Bryson. He's just one of my guys.
Yep.
I'll stick up for that guy forever, even through all the goofy shit, like even like the rope getting into his eye, all the dumb shit. I'm so happy he's back. I hope he's back. He's back, right?
Yeah, he is.
He was fucking bombing that thing
Oh yeah.
all week, and I mean he was driving 14 with a 3-wood.
Yeah, and you know what was really impressed about him? There was a couple times where it seemed like he could easily go away when he started making a bogey or a double, and he every time he bounced right back. Like that's why I think he's
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I mean he started to show it on Live the week prior. He was top, I think 5 or something. Um, yeah, we bet him at the U.S. Open. At what would we get? 60.
We had half at 66, half at like 75.
Yeah. Um, L.A. from there. So I don't know. We don't know the course fully, but
Well,
hopefully,
it's Hans design where they also designed Winged Foot where he won.
yeah,
So I mean that's a good thing. It's going to be a U.S. Open, so his distance is going to be helpful. And he was hitting fairways pretty. On Saturday or Sunday he struggled with it, but for the most part he was hitting fairways pretty good.
I thought he played well with Brooks.
He played great, and I was so encouraged by him. And that's another thing that people don't get for whatever reason. Like golf is such a game that is cyclical, where there's going to be great players for a while, then they're going to have their lumps, and like we saw it with Spieth, you see with every player, like besides Tiger, there's going to be ups and downs. So when they all left for live, everyone's like, yeah, it's because they're washed up and they suck. Like, man, Bryson's 29. You think he's not coming back ever?
Yeah, I mean, guy works harder than anybody.
And,
Plus, wrist injuries take a while to come back from.
yeah, and he's not a flash in the pan. He's the U.S. Amateur champion. He's one of the best. Like he was,
Yeah, before he beefed up, he was like a worldwide talent.
yeah, and he continued to be one. He's won huge events, won a U.S. Open. Like he's 29. He's not 38. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be back. What do you guys think? He's washed up. He's gone forever. That's why we said like eventually the live thing. Like you can't use that narrative because these guys are going to be good again.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some washed up guys on Live. Like,
Yeah, like Westy and whatever. Sure,
definitely, I'm not saying they're not washed up, but like
but are they as good as Tyler Duncan is right now?
they are just as good as Tyler Duncan. Yeah,
So whatever.
yeah,
You can have washed up guys making up the depth of your tour,
right. And their names, which they need.
which are better than the other guys.
Yeah, true.
Like Poulter and Tyler Duncan are going to shoot the same score week to week. Who would you rather have on your tour?
Definitely Poulter because he wears those pants
Yeah.
in
So
the Ryder Cup. Oh, another thing, the Ryder Cup, Brandel Chambly.
that was so funny.
You fucking bozo. Oh my God. It took Brooks fucking 2 events to qualify for the Ryder Cup. Shoved it right up your ass, Brandel. Oh my God.
Dude,
That
first
guy is such a loser.
he didn't know what to say. Faxon, that was nice from Faxon, huh?
Yeah, it was.
He's like they're playing golf. Like that's really what it comes down to. What we've been saying the whole time, man. It's like we're not fucking negotiating world peace here with the Saudis. They're playing golf. That's all it is. You want to make it into whatever you want to make it. Fine, take your moral stance, but not watch the PGA or any of this other stuff. Like so,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to get rid of him soon, right?
You'd think so. I don't know.
The backlash is it's now getting to a point where like even the
Not
you know
just facts, and like McGinley looks at Brandel when Brandel goes on his moral high ground. Is like, dude, what are you talking about? They're playing golf.
yeah, they're playing golf.
And McGinley's like one of the leaders of the European tour.
Yeah,
like,
he made some dumb comments this week too.
McGinley goes off the rails from time to time. That guy's
Yeah.
I like him, but he's out there.
Yeah. So it looks like guys are gonna start coming around. And one thing I did want to touch on was Ryder Cup. It's not really fair to the European team that these guys can qualify. So it's like Sergio can't play, but Brooks and spare me the shit that Sergio doesn't belong on the team. He 100% belongs on the team. He was their best player.
Second
Best
guy
player.
Jacobs wrote the top 12 guys. I think the first 8 were great. Like the last guy was Rose, number 8. After that, they fall off a cliff. You're looking at like Moronk, Vic Perez.
Yeah,
You don't want Sergio on that team?
You got to have Sergio on the team. He's a leader. He's the best player in Ryder Cup history. And people are like, well, yeah, he was. What does that have to do with now? One, he's only 43. He's not like 50. And two, in 2021, he was your second best player.
Yeah, I can tell you one guy who wants him on the team.
And I think that might have an impact on it eventually. Once they, let's say Brooks is in,
Yep.
Rahm's going to be like, are you fucking serious? Like, why can't we have Sergio?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. I hope Sergio gets in. He's not gonna, though. I don't think he's gonna.
I don't know if he wants to. That's another thing, too. He holds a grudge, I think.
Yeah, he's a prick.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. Most people say a bad way, but.
U.S. Ryder Cup team. It gets bleak after 10-2. They kind of need Brooks.
They do.
Like, their 10th player is like Kitayama.
Yeah, like last year. Well, the last time they had Horschel, who was in form at the President's Cup, a couple of those type of guys, but those guys aren't in form right now.
No. I mean,
Berger.
Yeah. Was Berger on the? Yeah, Berger was on the Ryder Cup team. No, with no Willie Z. Back into your team is like Burns, Kitayama. Who else has won this year?
I don't know, some other douches.
Wendy Clark. Like, you're gonna take Wendy Clark over fucking Dustin Johnson?
Dude, put Wendy Clark on the team. I'll root so hard against the fucking Americans.
If Wendy Clark is on the Ryder Cup team, oh my God, what a disgrace. That guy was like 17 over this week, too.
Yeah, it is. I went at Rapport again. He's like, look at all the players who are over par this week. It was like 8 of the best players in the world and Wendy Clark. I was like, why is Wyndham Clark on this list? He wrote, because I want him to be. Okay, good one, buddy.
Dude, people think Wyndham Clark's like a top 15 golfer in the world. It's fucking hilarious. Like,
well, he's
what
ranked.
Are we doing?
He's ranked above Brooks and DJ, so he is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you want
of the moment.
The 11th and 12th guy on your team. You don't want to be Brooks and DJ. It's not a bad anchor there.
DJ went 5-0 in the Ryder Cup. Anyways, we bet the Euros, and I'm gonna keep betting them. Anyways, I still think they're gonna win. Me
too. Yeah, but maybe get to two plus 200. That'd be good.
So yeah, anything else on last week?
No, just a great overall week, man. Great overall week. I mean,
my DraftKings.
Oh yeah.
First time I ever hit a big contest.
So the 250.
I fucking rolled. Like, it wasn't even close.
You're like Brooks Koepka in that thing. You sniffed the blood and took it.
It was the 250 4max, which has been a new tournament on there the last few weeks. Let's see. Here it is. I put 2 lineups in. I had 417 points. Second place had 397.
Wow.
Won by 20 points. My lineup was Brooks, Cantlay, Fleetwood, Pat Reed, Bryson, and Mito. 4 live
guys. You know what? That's impressive too. You want to know why? Because I guarantee most people are maxing that out.
Dude, all 6 of them were in the top 20.
Yeah. That's a great line.
I'm sure they all maxed it out. It's only 4, so.
It's funny, after a lot of people saw the post that we made about your winning ticket, I got some DMs saying that's like one of the best contests now. The payout structure and shit is really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it again this week. It's actually only 444 entries this week. Not last week. It was 888.
But it's still for it's 4 max 250.
4 max. Yep. Yeah, and it's like 24% cash, whereas the 200 single is only like 21, sometimes even less than 21.
Yeah, so I think it's a good one. I'll probably play in it this week.
You don't have to beat a zillion people, you know? You can still hit a nice chunk.
Yep. Did you check to see how that lineup would have done in like the Big 5 or the Millie?
I'll check right now because I was in the Millie. Do I want to check?
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay, I wouldn't have won.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it would have finished. Yeah, actually wouldn't even have done that great. Yeah. Man, the Millie's such a lottery.
See, so that's why people that's a good example of why people need to play more single entries and less of these.
It would have finished 153rd, good for $400.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's why you don't play the Millie. That's why I don't play the Millie. You barely make your money back.
I cashed the 5 or 6 in the 200 single it would have finished second in the 200 single for 40,000.
Wow.
Yeah, first was oh my god, it would have been a sweat. First was 418.50. The guy would have beat me by 1 point
Jeez.
for 100K if I had that in the 200.
He probably had Hovland too, made that last putt.
Looks like he had Koepka, Rory, Lowry, Bradley, Varner, Buckley. How the hell does this lineup beat me?
Well, either way, 30 grand, dude, that's a fucking huge hit.
Yeah.
Combine that with all the outrights, man. Hell of a week, obviously.
Yep. Then, boys. We're on a Colonial.
Yeah, on the Colonial. All right. So here we go. Colonial. Oh, my post is being edited right now.
I hate that this event's called the Charles Schwab, by the way. It should just be called Colonial.
Yeah. Is there a company called Colonial that could sponsor it? So you just get 2 birds, 1 stone?
Right? Got to bring back the restaurant from Plymouth.
All right. So it is a par 70, 7,200 yards, bent grass greens. Difficulty can be varying depending on the weather. The scores have been pretty much between 12 and 15 the past 4 or 5 years, besides last year when the winner was -9, which is kind of interesting. Burns and Scheffler in a playoff. I hate both those players so much that I couldn't even watch the last day, but I did watch the final chip in from Burns or whatever, putt off the green, whatever it was, like a 50-footer.
Yeah, I was on the beach that week. I think it was Memorial Day weekend.
We're coming off a winner
this week too.
Yeah,
it was off the PGA. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and so pretty good field, man. Considering I think it's the 3rd best field in tournament history, is what I heard, or did I dream that?
Well, first was probably the COVID year, but yeah, I was actually really surprised, especially with Memorial next week. I was shocked at all the good players here. So,
all right, so I'll for those people who kind of like to see some of this stuff, I want to pull up my stats here. And I did a little course history thing, and I think course history is pretty important here. Would you agree with that?
Yes, huge. I think it's huge.
So looking at the list here, let's see if I can share my screen. Can you see it?
Coming up now. Yep.
All right. So here's the course history. You have Spieth in first, okay, and he is 54.6 total gained here. 2.3 per round. Finau's second, 1.6 per round. So
wild.
He's 33% better than the second place guy. And you got Harris English, Harmon, Morikawa is 5th. Chris Stroud, if you're looking for a punt guy.
Yeah, Finau, sneaky good history here.
He's good in Texas.
Yeah.
Riley. Oh, Grillo's playing?
Yeah, we got to look at him, man.
He was bad at the PGA, huh?
It was, you know what it was? Actually, I know why he was so bad. My brother had a matchup with him on Thursday, and he was winning by like 5 going into 17, and he made a quad.
Did he?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he ended up losing the matchup to whoever it was like a 6-stroke swing on 17.
Geez, so he should have just read my articles and bet my things. That was just fucking hot fire. So yeah, looking at his stats here, approach, it was not the best.
No, he struggled.
So, but again, it's not you can't really think of Grillo as a course who's going to, suit him that much. So it is what it is. I mean, what's his odds this week?
80, 90. I think we got to look at that.
Yeah, we could look at it. All right. So that's the course. Anything you remember or know about the course or what?
I enjoy this course. I think it's a great test. It's not, I know sometimes it's gotten to be a bird fest when it's softer, but if the wind picks up, it can be difficult. Remember when Rose won? Rose beat Brooks actually one year. And then the year we had Spieth in 2021, and we just could have bet Kokrak as well at 50-1. We just didn't for some reason. And they dueled, and Kokrak beat his ass.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just got a DM. This is fucking hilarious. Can Michael Block win the Charles Schwab?
No, is that a serious question?
Yeah, it's a serious question.
No, it isn't.
I swear.
He's 6,900 on DraftKings this week. What?
He's not even the min.
No, he's almost 7,000.
I just wrote ha 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 ha. But he I
We
saw
didn't even talk about him.
to make the cut minus 120. So I get plus money if he can miss the cut. Where I can bet that?
I'll bet that right now.
Yeah.
The PGA is going to go all in on him this week, and they're going to fail.
Yep, that's correct. He's in a featured group with. Hopefully, he's not one of my guys. I don't want to deal with that fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What if they put him with?
I know. I'm gonna cut to him. Oh, you're playing with so and so this week? Are you serious?
Did block bother you last week? That was pretty cool. He made an ace. Like that was fucked.
That was. So I did ha 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 ha, and the guy said, "Don't give up hope, Matt." And I said, "I never had hope to begin with. How could I give it up?"
That was a good story, though. I mean, pretty wild what he did.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was making $125 the last, and he's just basically a random dude.
Yeah.
Like in terms of regular life, obviously he's a much better golfer than a random dude, but like in terms of salary and all the other stuff, but he could be pretty damn fucking good to do what he did at that course.
Oh, dude, that was the best week of that dude's life. It was like
he said it.
So he should soak it all in. I have no complaints about what he did. He definitely was soaking it all in, and I would have done the same exact shit. Like
no, he was
Rose and McIlroy, and the crowd's all over you. Like you got to do what he did.
He got to be so good to do what he did. Like at that course. I mean, which is great, but. I think I read he was like won the California Pro of the Year like 7 years in a row. So like he wasn't a scrub.
No, I looked at his Fantasy National because I wanted to see what his DK price was, and he plays in the Farmers a lot. But it was all miscuts, every single one of them, and everything was red.
Yeah, I mean you'd imagine. So yeah, cool. And he's playing. Did you see the Canadian invited him?
Is he playing it?
Yeah. He needed the top 10 to get the invite, but they sent him a invite anyway.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I thought Ryan Palmer was going to invite him to be his Zurich partner.
Really?
I don't know if that was a joke or not, but I saw someone say that.
Well, it'd be good for him because Ryan Palmer wins those fucking puppies.
Yeah, he does.
So all right. So what are the odds in this event?
All right, updated odds. We got. Use DraftKings here. Scotty, overwhelming favorite, plus 450. Seems really low.
Yeah, it just looks low. I'm not interested whatsoever.
450, really? How is that 450? Like, why isn't it just like 7?
I know it's in Texas, I guess, and he was close last year. Was he? I don't know.
Yeah, he lost in the playoff.
Oh yeah. I don't know. He doesn't win at a 450 clip. I mean, you're never going to bet him at that number or Rahm at 4 or whatever. It's just no.
It's just not a bettable number.
No, it's not a bet, and I don't want to bet it anyway. So.
Right, but you can make an argument at 7.
You could definitely.
Okay, so we're gonna pass on Scotty, obviously. All right, then
just
you got
real quick about that. This goes for a couple of guys. Just in general, the guys who contended deep into the major on Sunday, how does it make you feel about them coming to this week?
Typically don't like them. Like Scotty came in second last year and he missed the cut at the PGA.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
So I mean, this week, like they compete. We said the same thing about Hovland.
Like I have no interest in Vic.
I don't either, but he seems like a really popular bet.
Yeah, no interest.
Okay.
Nobody else really contended, right?
It's in this Scotty, Vic.
Yeah. The rest of them are just live players. They only play 54 holes.
Yeah. It'd be crazy what they can do on Sunday, huh? So just real quick on that. Vic, I know, what was the event? Heritage after the Masters. People liked him there, and I was like,
he started off really well,
and I was a little worried because I was like, I faded him because of that reason, and then he kind of fell off. So I think something similar could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, he shot like 78 on Saturday, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of mental energy that goes into contending in a major. Especially this one, he was balls deep in it. Like the Masters when he fell off a little earlier, but
right. Okay, then you get to Spieth, who was 12-1, was 14 when it opened. You got Hovland at 14, Finau at 14, Morikawa at 16, and Sanjay at 18. Those are the guys below 20 on DraftKings. I don't understand the Sanjay M number. Like he should be 30.
yeah, and I don't mind the bet at 30, but I mean, I just don't get why winking a discount. He just shot 15 over last week, and he's not that prolific in winning to begin with.
Yeah, he's got a small penis.
Yeah, that certainly doesn't help either.
Yeah.
So
where are we
yeah.
going here? We know where we're going. Who you got?
Spieth.
Yeah. We bet him every year here.
And usually goes pretty well.
Yeah, look at he's a walking top 10, top 5.
You have the finishes there?
Yep. So since 2015, second, first, second, 32nd, that's when he sucked. 8th, 10th, 2nd, 7th.
So what is that? 7 out of 8 top 10s?
Yes, with a win and 3 runner-ups.
Okay. 7
when he was the best player in the world in that 2015 to 2017 stretch when he was winning majors, second, first, second.
Okay, wow.
And Jordan. Okay, so we bet the 14, right?
Yeah.
Last week, I know he had the wrist injury, was his best career week off the tee, stat-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Gained 5.7 off the tee. I think it's pretty important you hit the fairways this week. You can get away with it here, but I think you got to hit fairways, correct?
Yep.
So 5.7 off the tee. I went down the whole fantasy national list. That's his best. And it's really not. He had like maybe 3 or 4 others in the 5s. So he's got the driver working. The main concern is the injury. Like, is he going to withdraw? And how bad is the wrist? Because around the green game was pretty poor last week.
Yeah. You have to think it's an anomaly. Maybe that wrist had to do with around the green would make sense. But I mean, and I'm worried about the injury thing, but this is another thing people to understand. Like the ceiling is high and the floor might be low this week. It doesn't change, even though he's injured, it doesn't change, in my opinion, his chance to win. It changes his chance to play poorly. He's more likely to shit the bed, but he's not any less likely to win. Because if the wrist is okay, then he's going to be good, and I think he can win. Having his best off the tee week of his career last week, I think, is obviously showing that while it might be irritating, I don't think it's completely like structurally messed up.
Right.
So another thing, I do think if he withdraws, okay, we get our money back. If he doesn't withdraw, I don't think it's going to be a thing where he withdraws after the first round. Unless he completely shifts.
He's going to withdraw pre-tournament if he does.
And if he withdraws because he shits the bed on Thursday, well, he wasn't going to win anyway. And I don't care if he comes in 17th, right? If he's not going to win, he's not going to win.
Right.
I think it's a good time to get on him, though, because people are going to be like, the wrist injury, they're unsure, but like people, they're a little skeptical because of the injury. And I think, it's one of those things that people are, he wins the tournament and people look back and be like, we should have just fucking bet him.
Yeah, I like him better than Scheffler, to be honest with you.
I do too.
Yeah, so we're in on Spieth. There's really not an argument to be made. It's just Spieth at the Colonial is usually an auto bet, anything above 12.
So 1 win and 3 runner-ups and 8. So half of the starts he's been here. He's either first or second.
Yep.
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. Insane.
So yeah, I think he could definitely win. I'd like to see it. But I think we're going a little bit top heavy this year for the two picks that I really like that I want to bet. And I think it doesn't feel like it's more like the better players that are just winning more events this year.
They are. Besides Kirk Kitayama and Windy C.
Yeah, but then if you want to take a long shot, it's like, yeah, can a long shot win? Sure. Which one is it? then you're just randomly selecting. So like I like taking these guys that we have and seeing seeing if one of them gets in the mix, which I feel pretty sure one of them will.
We'll get to the long shots here, but there's really no one that interests me at all. Found one guy maybe, but it's not. It's pretty bleak.
It is.
All right, give me the Chinaman.
Colin Morikawa, I like him. Just feels like a place he can probably win at. Like it just seems like a course that he's, he could definitely challenge to win. Hasn't won since, man, it's been a while, almost 2 years. So
that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years. So, and he's been close. I mean, he has 4 top 10 finishes this year. The stats are starting to come around. While they're not like as top heavy when he's making those 8-9 strokes on approach weeks, but they're like more consistent now. He's gaining 3 or 4 or 5 in each week. Three trips here, second and a 14th and a 40th last year. So the second 14th are great. The 40th wasn't as good, but he lost almost 4 strokes putting, and he still gained 5.8 on approach. So that was just a bad putting week, which you could say, is to be expected. But when he finished second, when he finished 14th, both those weeks, the putting was good. So I think he can probably putt here. Although this year the putting is horrible. It is, there's no way around it. But those 3 starts that he's been here, he's gained an average of 6.7 strokes on approach.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We looked through it. In 2020, it was the first start after the restart with COVID.
He won the next week.
One of the years he was coming in pretty hot. 2021, he was coming in. He was pretty hot, and he stayed hot at Colonial. And then last year he wasn't that hot, and he still gained almost 6 on approach.
Yeah. Last 5
events. Fair number, I think, right?
It's fair. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you want to bet. I thought I like Tommy and Ricky. They both look all right, but at 30-1, if they were 45, I could make a card full of them. But I'm not betting them at 30-1 when Colin is 16. Not as bad as he's been, but as much as he's lacked wins this year, he still has a better chance to win than them.
He held pretty strong last week.
Yeah, I watched him for a little bit. He was making some shots, seemed pretty good.
He gained across the board.
Yep. Putting too.
Yeah, he gained a half-stroke putting.
Maybe he found something there.
He's
18 on BetMGM.
There you go.
And BetRivers.
That's actually the most fair number, 18.
I think it's really fair. Like I think either Colin or Jordan.
So we bet an 18.
Yeah, we bet an 18.
All right, so we're going with a 2-man card. May add a long shot. If you're looking at long shots. All right, actually, we got to talk about the 2 guys there. The next range, you got Homa, 20. Fleetwood, 30. Ricky, 30. Oh, Burns is 25. And Rose, 30. What do you got on those guys?
Rose is playing good.
He is. He was pretty good last week. Couldn't hit fairways, but.
And he's good here.
Yeah, he's won here.
I just don't see him win them twice in the season.
Yeah.
Do you?
Nah, probably not. He's just a vet, though. He's like Scott. They just know how to get it done in these big events.
No, I love Rose. I think golf's better when he's playing well, so I'm happy for him, but I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah. Tommy's playing some amazing golf, man.
Yeah, he is.
Another top 20 last week. And then Ricky makes a lot of sense. I'm glad Ricky's playing. He should be playing these lesser tier events, although this one is kind of much better than like the Valero or whatever, which he should have played. I think Ricky has a chance to win this week, definitely.
Yeah, I do too.
But that number is just tough to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it was going to be 50.
Yeah. Well, it's half that. So what are you going to do?
He's playing well, but he still has never contended yet.
Yeah. Then you go down the board, you get like Henley, Siwoo, Harmon, Kirk. Kirk's got some good history. He's not
Harmon
Kirk guys though. Cam Davis was getting a lot of love off the T4. He was 7th here last year. He can fuck off.
Yep. He's going to be way too popular.
Although I do like him as a golfer.
Yeah, I do too.
Anybody down the board here? I was just looking. Davis Riley finished 4th here last year. I do think this is a very comparable course to the Valspar. I mean, you've seen Burns win at both. You've seen Spieth win at both. You've seen Rose can win here and contend at the Valspar. Kirk, I think, has won both, or at least contended at both. That's why I kind of like Tommy, although Tommy doesn't really have much Texas success. Anything on Riley? He seems to play these Texas courses well. I know he plays San Antonio good.
Yeah, but didn't he suck at the last one?
I don't remember.
At Valero?
Was that when everybody was betting him?
Yeah, this was after the.
He was like 9 over on day one.
That was the old one. What was one a couple weeks ago? Byron Nelson?
Yeah, after he
won the team event.
Yeah, Riley's not going to win.
No. The only two guys I was thinking about was like we bet at the last two Texas events. Sam Stevens, who played pretty well. He's great in Texas. And then Michael Kim, I saw 200 to 1. I mean, we're all about him. He got bet down to 60 to 1 at that time. Like, how are you going to not bet him at 200?
Let's bet Michael Kim.
I mean, is he different than he was 2 weeks ago? Yeah, he sucked that week.
Michael Kim. Looking at him right now. Fucking slow internets.
Kids on the fucking games.
Lost 2.8 tee to green.
He wasn't terrible.
Putting.
Before that, he was great.
200 to 1. Let's bet it.
Yeah, why not?
He was bet all the way down to fucking 50 to 1 that week.
And I know the field's definitely stronger this week.
What about Grilla?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, do you take anything away from last week or no?
I mean, just it's a big step up for Grill.
But even this, is he going to win this?
I don't know. I'm just thinking he's usually plays in stretches, and he plays the bent course as well.
So what's he done here?
Good. Third and an eighth. Eighth in 2021. A third the year Rose won.
Yeah.
2018.
I mean, 90 to 1, we could bet it.
Yeah. But not a lot of room after you bet these two guys.
No, not much. I looked at it was like 7.3 times your return on if you just bet those two.
What did Stevens made the cut last week?
Yeah.
Got in as an alternate. Sam Stevens. Is he ready to win? Stats were fucking terrible at the PGA.
What are we?
He can't win this, can he? No. The answer is no.
No, he can't win this.
I don't know. Any other guys, sir?
So.
He was up there.
Yeah, he was.
What about my guy Buckley?
I like Buckley. It's cool.
Made the cut last week. Guy pumps it. Oh, 26 last week at the PGA. That was a good DK play by me.
Yeah, it was. I played him a little bit too, but it's not. He wasn't any of my lineups that ended up being good.
Yeah.
So can Buckley win this?
No, he can't win it.
All right, so fuck it. And that's why I like going to the guys we have. Like whatever. Can some random guy win it? Maybe, but it's hard to predict the exact one. So I want
like the Michael Kim call.
We had go right back to it.
Yeah.
Now everyone's out. Good DK play.
Has he had one bad round? He wasn't even that bad in the first round, was he?
No, he was like, I think he was like
under.
2 under, but yeah, like the cut, and it's a massive birdie fest. I mean, if you don't shoot 8 under, the cut was what, 5 under?
Yeah.
It's not like he played. Yeah, I don't think he played horrible. Has he played this course?
Michael Kim. Yeah, back 4 years ago, miscut, 41st, miscut.
He was dead at that time, though.
He was. He hasn't played it in. Yeah.
Okay, so we could go Kim. We could go Grill. I mean, I don't know, man. We won $100,000. I'm not going to not bet fucking Michael Kim at 200 to 1 because I'm maxed out for the week.
Right. All right. So that's the Colonial, and then we got a live event as well.
That's right.
Trump DC, Trump National, right there on the Potomac. Actually, the course looks fucking sweet, man.
Yeah.
Par 72, Tom Fazio designed. 4 par 5s, pretty long, 7,400 yards. This is relatively, or was redesigned in like 2015 when Trump bought it, and they hosted the Senior PGA Championship in 2017, where that sex machine Bernhard Langer won, beat VJ. So Fazio, we're looking for Fazio, guys. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bird fest. There is a lot of water on the course. I don't know. You got anything else on it?
No, I mean, I didn't really look into it yet. But it does seem like Liv's definitely picking up steam in terms of like interest from just casual golf viewers. Does the Brooks win change that or no? Does that help that?
I got a text from a buddy who's a casual golf viewer, and he asked me if I watch Live, and I told him yes. He's like, dude, I'd never know when a Live event's on. I was like, they don't promote it. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, just ask me. I know when they all are. I watch them all. I was like, This week, Friday, 1:15.
Are you gonna watch this week?
Yeah, I watch every week. You gotta watch it, man. If you want to win majors, you gotta watch it all.
And if you want to know everything that's going on in golf.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, all those things seem good. Your first instinct was to bet a certain guy. I'll let you take care of that. But I like Sergio a little bit at 25 to 1. Has some good course history on some other Fazio designs. Playing really well. He played in the qualifier today. He's like 5 under, which is good for like the tie for 7th, top 8 getting the U.S. Open. The fact that he's playing that at all is partly why I like him, because he obviously isn't just done with golf, which I questioned. Got into contention 2 events ago. Lost in the playoff, which sucked. Wasn't bad, wasn't great the following event, and now he's trying to get in the U.S. Open. I mean, like, he seems like he cares now.
Yep. I agree. Plus, his Fazio stuff is good. He plays Wells Fargo or Quail Hollow. Great. Cays Valley. Firestone, he has a second. Shadow Creek, it's
the 21st.
21st. And then Cays Valley, which they had the BMW, the first leg of the second leg of the playoffs, the one Cantlay beat Bryson in a playoff.
Mm-hmm.
I think he finished 7th there.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about Sergio at first, but you kind of talked me into him, so I bet it 28.
Yeah, 28. Here's the thing: he was 28 at Singapore, and he lost in a playoff, and he's still 28. A lot of these guys, once they contend once, the number goes away.
Yeah, Sergio was 6th that event at Cays Valley.
Okay, so yeah,
you got the 20 under, so that's a bird fest.
And you know what else I think? These other stars, and Sergio is a star, whether you like it or not. I think, might be a little inspired by Brooks winning the Masters, by winning the PGA Championship.
You think?
And he could be like, all right, well, now maybe golf world's going to start seeing us as who we are, and we're real players, and this is a real tour, and we I think he might get a little kick in the ass.
You think Sergio is?
Yeah, I think he's probably into it.
I don't know if he gives a fuck about that, man. I can see other guys. I don't know if Sergio gives a fuck.
Yeah, no, maybe he doesn't, but I'd like to think. I mean, he's still qualifying at the U.S. Open, so I don't know.
Yeah. I joined everybody and their mother that are betting Bryson, so whatever. 22 to 1. Bryson's my guy. It's just hard to. If this wasn't a Fazio bent grass course. I wouldn't be on it, but I think this could be the last time we get a bettable number for Bryson on Live, and I bet it many times. I don't want to miss out. So I know it's a very, very popular pick, but I just have to ride it this week, is what it is.
Yeah, I could do a 3-man card, sure, if you want to bet Bryson. I don't believe in it really, but I'll bet it.
Okay. And then I bet Bubba 66-1.
I love this bet. I think he's winning.
I don't understand why he's 66. He was good last Live event.
He was great. Stats were awesome.
Yeah, I think he's winning too. Like he's won in the Virginia area. I know he's won Greenbrier, hasn't he? Isn't that one of his places? I think he loves to go there.
Let's check.
It took a while for him to get going off the injury. But maybe he hasn't. I don't know.
You know what it is to me? It's that it just seems like that's what's coming. Like, but a lot of what people are seeing, and the casual viewers and the people who used to like these guys, what they're seeing is the best personalities and the best just characters in the game of golf. Or a lot of them are at Live, and I think the perfect thing this week for Live would be a guy like Bubba on TV, shaping shots in the mix. Like, remember when he just dominated at the match play, and it was like, dude, this is fucking so fun to watch.
Yeah.
If he puts one of those clinics on this week, I mean, I think that's actually a needle mover.
Yeah, I'm all in. He actually has been a character on Live.
He's
great. Nobody's
man.
been watching it, but he's
second at Bridgestone.
I like Bubba this week a lot. I just hasn't won Greenbrier, but he's played well in that area. I don't even know if Greenbrier is a comp course here, but any other Fazio success for him?
Second at Quail.
Boom.
Second at Bridgestone.
7th at the CJ Cup when they played at Shadow Creek. Boom.
Shadow Creek.
A lot of Live guys at Shadow Creek. You had Kokrak who won it. Gooch 5th, Neiman 6th, Bubba 7th, Munoz 9th, and Cam 11th. Cam is definitely winning something soon.
This.
Yeah. Cam could definitely win this at 8-1. I'm not going to bet it, but I wouldn't be shocked if Cam was the winner this week.
No. Shadow Creek, I think, could be a pretty good comp.
Yeah.
So there we go. 3-man card.
Yeah, I might add a couple. I might add 1 or 2 more, 4 or 5-man card.
Sounds good. We'll post the cards as usual early Wednesday, but I think we're pretty clear on where we're going here for both events. So
let's try to get 2 winners this week and just keep winning a fuck ton of cash because it's a lot of fun.
Love it, baby. All right, let's do it.
All right, peace.